Guys, the Chickens here, bringing you another Beach video. In today's video, guys, we have the number, I was going to say 1, but now number 4 player in Canada. Big shout out to Shishkabobber1. And today, guys, we're going to be going over what to do once you get to 5 engines, kind of a little bit before that. And we'll start off, I guess, just with where the chicken is at. Basically, you know, I went over the last couple of videos. We went back, we backfilled a couple defenses and things like that. And I think I'm going to, well, what was the plan, Shishka? I think we're going to save it for rockets before we go to 5 engines.
Well, we're going to go to 5 engines and we're getting troop health. I'm sorry, building health after the 5 engines. Yeah, that's what we're saving for, is the building health.
Right, because that's the biggest changer right there.
Ice. Yeah, you got to get your ice.
Now, what about some? Okay, so I guess we'll just get right into it. So, at 5 engines, the most important thing we just said is to get the building health, and then kind of where do you branch off from that point? Obviously, I assume you're gonna get the prototypes next and not go for artillery.
Just depends. Yeah, it kind of depends. If you already got a lot of defenses, then the prototype's the way to go. Most notably, the Sky Shield. It's really dirty to protect the shock blaster. You can see my last video for that one. Nice Sky Shield grow. It'll show you some of the tips and pointers on that placement.
Yeah, I'll link that in the description if you guys haven't seen it yet.
And then, but artillery is very handy too for clearing mines. And you got to consider: do you want to go the route of the seekers? Are you going to be a seeker player, or do you just want to stick with your bombardiers and go with the kind of the full clear route? Because that also determines which hero you go with. Kavan and Seekers, they don't mix very well. But Kavan with full clear attacks like rifles and bombardiers or heavies and bombardiers, those work very well, better than bullets. So Bullet is your hero for Seekers. Kavan, you should really consider him for the full clears.
Right, so that's actually really good to mention because it's a good idea to kind of decide what you're going to go with, I guess, before this, because you can upgrade Bullets so early, but you know, you only get so much value out of him. If you plan on using him for the whole season, obviously, of course, you want to throw more upgrade points into him. But if, if you like, I guess, the main difference is free clear versus seekers. The main difference being how far along in the tech tree are you. If you're crushing it, if you're doing really well, you're probably going to have time to go for seekers and obviously max out Bullet, but kind of where I'm at right now, you know, I'm not too far in the tech tree, so I kind of have to put into account how many keys I'm actually going to be able to get. And if I can get Kavan with maxed out bombers or heavies and have that for an extra, 2 or 3 days, opposed to getting seekers and only having them for a day or two, that kind of comes into effect as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, whenever you can push to 21, you'll be able to get more tech, and maybe getting the Seekers or Kavan early, one or the other could help you get to 21. So there's a lot of variables.
Yeah, that's a good point too. If you can get to the faster you can get to Diamond, the faster you're going to be able to get to Seekers and everything else in the tech tree as well. So, what about Scorchers, Shish? I think you said before Scorchers are the new meta.
No, definitely not. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think so.
42 keys, man, that's an expensive.
Everything you can to avoid them. Yeah, do everything you can to avoid them.
Yeah. Okay, so essentially we're going building health, Sky Shield, troop health, and then Kavan and I guess we have to unlock Scorchers to get Seekers at that point, or do we just go artillery, gunboat, and then Seekers?
Artillery, gunboat. Yeah, you can skip the Scorchers. And I don't think they're worth the 42 keys, you know what I mean? It's better just to go around them.
Yeah, damn, that's expensive. So, yeah. I think that's a pretty good path. So we'll go building health, Sky Shield, troop health, artillery, GBE, Seekers, and then you're gonna save up for 6 if you have enough time to get there. 110 keys is gonna be really expensive for most people, but
I'm not a big fan of the 6ER deck. I like the 5ER deck.
Yeah, talk about that for a sec, because I haven't seen that yet myself. So I guess we can pull up someone on the global leaderboard and just take a look at it.
Global One has it or something. Yeah.
Oh, I'm all the way down to 500. I was trying to see if I had a chance to get to top 500. Maybe we'll see.
So yeah, this is the reason I really want to focus on the 5ER gameplay for a while, because I think, as you see the deck, I think that the 6ER deck is actually more accessible. So I really want to, yeah, there you go. You see?
Okay, so three. Yeah, he's got 3.6 engines, and so the problem with this is it's just too spread out. Is what you're saying?
It's too spread out, and see the like you can on the left side, that left deck can go all the way to the back corner.
Oh, okay.
Whereas on the 5ER deck, only from the right ramp can you get to that back corner. So this gives the attackers more options. Yeah, it's more spread out basically, but it's a really interesting design. I think I like the 5ER deck better, but I might be wrong. But it's just because of that passageway on the left side that I don't like the 6ER deck.
Yeah, it is interesting for sure, but yeah, I guess kind of what we've seen this season is you want to once you get past, I guess, 3 or 4 engines, you really want to optimize your tech tree before you just keep going forward. Like, sure, going from 2 to 3 engines, you kind of want to rush the engines because at that point too, like when you're just starting out, the upgrades are so plentiful. It's like, if you rush it too early, it doesn't really matter. Like, you're only gonna be behind like 1 or 2 chests, and then you can unlock some stuff. But you really want to upgrade or optimize your tech tree before you go to 5 and of course 6 engines, because I faced a lot of guys that were at 5 engines and at rank 18, early rank 19, and they just didn't have a lot of defenses, and their base was really easy to take down. And they didn't have a ton of offensive upgrades either because they spent all their keys in engines right away. So it's not always the best, the best choice to just kind of rush the engine rooms.
Exactly.
So let's get into some attacks here, Shishki, and see
As
what we
you've been
can.
noticing, these attacks are getting harder and harder as people get more ice and more defenses.
Oh man, they're getting rough. They're getting rough. So, these are the bases. Okay, these are the bases that I hate the most, Shish. Where they have the 2 engines on the bottom, the 2 engines on the top. I'm always torn between throwing all the troops on the bottom, but I guess the idea is it doesn't matter where the engines are, right? It's just kind of where all the defenses are. So I'm probably going to need to use 75% of my troops on the left side here, right? And then just kind of pick away at the top right and wait for the rest of them to kind of catch up.
Exactly. Take your time. We're not really racing anymore. We're just trying to make sure we get all the engine.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing too, is the time doesn't really matter. It's just about how long it takes you, or it's just about how many engines you can get. If you can get them all, then you're probably going to be in a pretty good position for the most part.
Yeah, it's getting harder to make full clears, which is good. I like it. It requires some skill and thought in the attacks.
Yeah, it's nice that it just changes in general, I guess. Because it gets stale if it's just the same thing. If it's just like heavy rushes. Yeah, if it's just heavy choppers, or if it's just heavy rushes, or anything like that, it gets old pretty quick.
That was a good knuckle.
Ooh, yeah, I might be able to take down that shock blaster. So, guys, don't do what Chicken just did right there. Do not use critters to take down shock blaster, because it, from my experience, it does not work like at all. It's just a great way to kill your critters and waste GB and not take down the shock blaster.
Rank 3 med kits.
Ooh, those are coming in clutch. Yeah, we upgraded the med kits to rank 3. And that is definitely has helped a little bit. It's such a cheap upgrade too. Like, there's no reason really not to do it. Bullet's still looking okay.
Yep. Nice med kit.
Ah, man. Yeah.
I'm guessing you meant to drop troops.
I didn't mean to do anything. Just Chicken's fat fingers got in the way there. But it's gonna happen sometimes, guys. It's gonna happen. And I was slow on that troop drop, I think. Maybe not.
Good news is your shocks are cheap.
Yeah, we still got the knuckles too, which should help us, I think. That one bomber's gonna die, but it was for the benefit of everybody else, I think. Okay, let's shock here. Oh man, we're so close. Yeah, this is what the battles are like now. It's just they're slow. They're slow, and you got to be methodical, and you got to not have fat chicken fingers screwing up your placements.
Yep, and he's still on 3ER. I think your shock blaster took him to Pound Town.
I'm thinking so. Yeah, that was definitely, guys. If you didn't choose shock blaster 3 at that multi node, honestly, just get the gems and go back and change it, because it makes such a difference. Like, it's just so OP at every level. Like, it doesn't matter what engine rooms you're at. That's the prototype that you want to have. Nice shock on the engine room there too.
Nice
And
win.
boom. Wow, that was a
I mean,
little
I'm pretty
greasy, but
sure.
we squeaked it out. And that's what it is. That's the difference. Like, you just got to be slow. You got to pick your placements. You got to not throw medkits on the end of the landing ramp. And, yeah, that's basically how it's been for me. So, Shishk, how are you making out? You're still you're still in the Diamond League, eh?
Yeah, I just haven't had a lot of time to actually push. I've just been farming my diamond chests, kind of biding my time. Maybe I'll push later on tonight.
Okay, we'll see soon then, I guess. Yeah, you
Yeah,
got
I
the
mean, as
Sky
long as you're
Shield.
getting
You
your
got
tech,
5
you know?
engines. Your base is looking pretty sick.
Yeah, that's a real dirty shock blaster. You can't shock it.
Yeah, I see that. Jesus, it's looking rough.
And it's in the flank position. So as they're coming around, all their heavies and bullets stay on the right, and then yeah, they get flanked by the shock blaster for the diddles. It's great.
Dirty shock
Seekers though, that's
blaster.
a whole other story.
All right, so
Seekers
is there
run
anything else that we
all over
want to
my
go
base.
over for 5 engines? We went over the tech tree, the upgrades, and a little bit of the attacking and stuff. I think that pretty well covers it, eh?
Enough to go on there.
Okay, cool. Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. That is going to wrap up the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. Give Shishkabobber's Sky Shield Bro video a watch down below in the comments if you want to see more advanced 5-level engines and stuff like that. And we will see you in the next one, guys. Chicken out. Back.